Are you doing that? Are you the buy right now, right? What kind of jargon are you using on your website? What are you doing that's separating you from your clientele? You see, there's an inside reality that you have cultivated in your company. If you're doing the right things, you're creating that employee culture, the happiness, you're training people, you have great systems, you have operating procedures. You're using people like myself to help you focus in on your culture. Okay. Your hiring process, your onboarding, you're retaining people, you're training them, you're cross-training them, you're teaching people how to speak to each other. And now you've got great value and great purpose and great happy employees. But nobody sees that stuff. What they see is what you're putting out there in the advertisement world. So that is called an outside perception. So how customers perceive you, how they know about your existence is your advertising. Of course, it's the interactions with your employees when they call. Of course, we're not talking about that. We're talking about marketing because that is execution. But what they see about you, what you're allowing them to see, the outside perception, you're allowing slogans, logos, jargon, songs, brand colors to identify you. And that doesn't do you justice. You're not giving yourself a compelling message. You're not giving your clients the offer that they cannot refuse, the low risk or no risk offer. You're not telling them why they should do business with you. This is what will separate you from your competition, right? Because the internet is a giant magnification tool to spread your compelling message. Your marketing's first job is to get people's attention. That's it. First job. It's got many jobs, but the first one is to get people's attention. Back to the reticulated activation system. When somebody doesn't even know they need a product, but you have done a good job with your message, focusing on a singular feature or benefit, and you get someone's attention, that is a win. The second job of marketing is to facilitate their decision-making process, the buyer's journey. Right? Slogans are now the de facto marketing strategy. Remember, strategy is what your message is. But it doesn't share a compelling story. This is called the C&R advertising, creative and repetitive or brand building. And it's created again from the 1960s and 90s for commercial TV. Jargon is now so commonplace that you could probably go to your competitor's website, take their name off, put your name on there, and it would say the same things. We specialize. We've got the lowest prices. Who's guilty of this? We've got the highest quality. All right. I want you to give yourself, there's two tests you can give yourself. There's a fun way and a boring way. So the boring way is, well, I should hope so. Well, oh, George, I should hope so. You've got the largest selection. Well, I should hope you have the largest selection. I don't want to go to your store for the smallest selection. All right. You have the lowest prices. Well, that's probably not the way to go, but I should hope if you're advertising on price that it's the lowest price. Now, the fun way to do it is the Chris Rock way to do it, right? Take care of my kids. You're supposed to take care of your kids. Okay. We're honest, but you're supposed to be honest, right? Ask yourself that. We have the best service. You're supposed to have the best service, aren't you? That's how you stay in business. So go to your website and see how much jargon you're using on your front page, on above the fold, below the fold. How many slogans, how much logo you're depending on your logos. All right. Your catchphrases. These are not going to get you ravenous fans that are going to support you through thick and thin and not even look at the competition. And they're not going to pay more for what you have if all you're doing is depending on a couple of jargon, sayings that everyone else can use. So why is the price the main factor? It's because you're being suckered into the old slogan jargon way to advertise and market. So the new way is called understanding the buyer's journey, and it's called the conversion equation, which we talked about. So who else can say this stuff? Let's say you're a cabinet maker, okay, and your advertising says the same old thing as everyone else, but in reality, all right, so your outside perception is you do the same thing as everyone else. You take credit cards. Well, I should hope so. But in reality, you've guaranteed on the quote that you can complete the job in 5 days, and that you leave the job cleaner every single day while you're working, guaranteed. And you do that. You're very good about that. You've got an extra person on each crew that really has an eye for detail and the cleanup, and you got everything. You really got your systems down, so the materials are ordered in the right order, especially with the down payments that they're giving you. And you've got a long track record of fiduciary responsibility, so you've got some reserves, and you can order got some good relationships with vendors, so you get priority service. This is the kind of things that you need to have on your website. You guarantee that you complete the job in a certain number of days. You leave the job cleaner every single day than before you show up. And you do that. You go out of your way to do that, do the little things. You have preferred vendor status where you can guarantee the materials will show up on time so that the job will be done on time. These are the things, people, that will separate you from your competition. So again, that's the fundamentals of marketing.